when the money go. You don't slap that's fast to the money low. I'm a grab brown man when it come back. I'ma give back my bad when the check hit the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a she in. Hey. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys in the Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys in the Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the Amazon, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On first down, Dillon. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run the counter. Dillon. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Check pass. Check pass. Zoom, zoom.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Down. 70, Indy. Ready?
They'll run on first down. McFarland, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hey, high 7.
36 to Mike. Hey, let's go.
On second down, here's Stidham. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Watch twist.
Now Stidham on first down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And the Patriot first down.
Set. 18, Gator.
I don't think you got it, son. He's coming.
General West.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Stidham now to throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Henry. 52's the mic, boy. 52.
Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Three and a half to go, first quarter. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Man, I got you. Delta. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Not here.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he fires one incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
He made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and it curls back inside for the completion.
Throwing is Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Zach Gentry, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and this is now a 1-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go. Watch twist.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch the twist. Line 36.
Greystone, travel.
Check 50. Watch out. Slam.
They snap it at 1. Now Stidham. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Let's go. 10 logo. 80 weapons.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
Snap.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
On 1st down, Dillon. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. These two teams all tied after 1. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Let's get off the field, D.
Jackson now. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Check safety, check safety. You got tape.
They'll run on 1st down. Dillon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
You can't block me.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Jackson now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. They go screen with Dillon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness. Here we go again. Here we go again. March 43. March 43. Don't take. Snap. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
On the run, it's Peyton. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play action with Stidham. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, my goodness. I thought he'd peel off. Instead, he makes the fair catch at the 2-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On first down, Dillon. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, let's go. Hey, man. Watch the boost.
Now a first carry for their fullback. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And some space here. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Set up. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Let's box. Mike, we own them. Check. Crunch. 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 Showing it. Showing it.
They'll run on first down. Dillon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 99. Check 99. Kill. Let it go.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Stidham. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, New England.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space, down just beyond the 35. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
They can't stop me out here.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable third down, 3rd and 2.
Check. Check out route. Hot. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Jackson on first down.
The goal for any offense versus his...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Yeah. 43. Check, 43. Let's go, D.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go.
Now Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. This will be caught by Brown. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
A big gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect. But overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
36 to Mike. Hey, watch the slam.
2nd and 10 now. Stidham gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
Set up, 50, plant.
36. Run. Patrick.
Recon, 132 fighter.
36 to Mike. So we got man. Mike, 36.
See Trevor.
Now Stidham, off play action. Going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson being chased out left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college, but I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Check 26.
On 2nd down now, Dillon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Check. Fresno.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
Don't get nervous. 43 is the mic. Let's go, baby. They turn up.
4th down, here's Jackson, and that is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Here we go.
Best 6-6. Bullet high. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. And he finds a man with a crossing route. That's good for 28 yards. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch.
15-1. 15-1.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Again, it's Michelle. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Let's go. 60 or. We ain't giving them nothing. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
Twist. Watch the twist.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
You must be getting tired of seeing this. Slam. Check.
Go.
Go now. Mike,
They'll try the left side. McFarland. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Hey.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem with me.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. Back now in Baltimore. kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson over the middle. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Let's go right here. 43 is the mic. I'm not ready. Kill. Let's box.
They'll run it. Here's Dillon. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They go play action now. Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 42. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Jackson now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Check nickel.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch.
Jackson will throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one.
How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
And Jackson throwing once more. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Running it here with Peyton. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got? Give me some.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kyle Van Noy drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Down. 90 Wolf. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 61. Matchbox Lights. Steve Griffin.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Line 36. Line 36.
Blue Jaw Corker.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Stitch.
2nd down, Stidham to throw. Catch is made by Harry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 34-yard line.
13 yards. And the Patriot 1st down.
Ready.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
Ready.
Oh, Stidham's actually going to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Go. Hey, Delta.
Line 36. Line 36. Watch 36. 36. Go.
Throwing now is Stidham. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock